Hello students, I hope you all are doing well. Now we'll continue with economics first chapter. So by far every year, board has asked one question of diagram or graph. It is of 5 marks. Apart from drawing it, you are also supposed to write the analysis. So in this session, I'll explain you what to write in analysis, especially apart from drawing. Now if you see on the screen, you will find a question related to simple bar diagram. As the name itself says, it is very simple and easy to draw, and we have already drawn it in 11th standard statistics. So our question says that the data related to the production of product X is given, and we are supposed to represent it with simple bar diagram. In the year 2010, the production was 200. In the year 2011, the production was 300, and so on. The gap of 100, it is increasing. Now we move on to the main making part of the graph. Now it says that x-axis represents year, y-axis represents the production. Now if we see, the production is increasing from 200 to 300 to 400, so on till 700. So we can easily make a graph by taking a difference of 100 units. So the top one will be 700 or max till 800. This will make my diagram not that much big and not that much small. So I'll start with the year 2010. 2010, the production is 200 units, whereas in the year 2011, the production is 300 units. So 2010, I'll plot till 200, 2011, I'll plot till 300, and so on. I'll do the plotting for rest of the years. Over here, we are supposed to see that the gap between the origin and the first bar is same as the gap between the first bar and the second bar and the third bar, as given in the aspects of drawing a diagram or a graph. It should be neat, clean and understandable. You are supposed to write the heading at the top, simple bar diagram showing the production of X product in different years along with the scale. These two are important things. You are supposed to write it without fail. Everything on the paper should be with pencil only. After that, you are supposed to write the analysis. Now analysis, very first step will be to write what does x-axis and y-axis represents. X-axis represents years and y-axis represents production of X product. Our second point will be to start with the analysis, that is to compare. Now I'll compare over here. In the year 2010, the production was 200 units, whereas in the year 2011, the production was 300 units. So I can say that the production has increased by 100 units. The next will be same comparison between the year 2011 and 2012. I can even compare 2013 year's production with the production of the year 2010. It means over here I am supposed to analyze, I am supposed to compare over here. Our first point of analysis is fixed, what does the axis represents, whereas the rest of the points will be analysis, that is comparisons. So over here, minimum 5 points and maximum 6 points I am supposed to write. Now next we move on to cluster bar diagram. Now if you see the diagram, you will find that the bars are made adjacent to each other. There is cluster of bars. More than one bar is there, multiple bar diagram. So over here the question is the data showing the sale of different series in the different months is given to us. Accordingly, we will be making the diagram over here. So January, February, it was 30. So over here, January, February, first we will mark till 30. The next is series 2, 15. So we will mark till 15. After that, we have series 3. We will mark it till 25. But yes, students, do remember, as I said earlier, x-axis and y-axis important, and you are supposed to see the scales and measurements also should be according to the data. So now March, we move on to series 1 marked till 40, series 2 till 25 and series 3 till 50. Now if you see, students, that there are different colors for different series. Now this is the important thing over here, apart from writing the heading and the scale, that we are also supposed to see that we do differentiate each and every series with the help of any symbol. Now over here coloring is done, but in exam your time is limited, so you can easily make the symbol. Suppose for series 1 I choose the symbol of vertical lines. For series 2 I put dots over there, and for third series I can leave it blank. So I am supposed to show on my graph paper itself what different denotions I have used, what different symbols I have used, as you can see on the bottom of the graph. This is important thing. Next, as I said, the important thing, the title, the heading, that is the cluster bar diagram showing the sale of different series in different months. After that, the scale, x-axis and y-axis, representation on both x-axis, y-axis, and then comes the analysis. Analysis, as I said, our very first point will be to show what does x-axis and y-axis represents. X-axis over here represents the months, whereas y-axis represents the sale of different series. And then comparison between the different months, January, February with March and April. You can even compare, for example, by making the total of each in every series of Jan-Feb month with March and April month. For example, I'll make the total over here. 30 plus 15 is 45. 45 plus 25 is 70. So I'll compare now it with March and April. So if I make the total, it will be 115. So I can say that my sale has increased. In this way, I'll do comparison of rest. Next is divided bar diagram. Divided bar diagram is new for you people. Again, if you see, it is very simple and easy to make. Over here, we have number of chocolates that are sold in urban and rural areas in different months. If you see the sector, there are two sectors, rural and urban over here. Now, our very first step in this will be to make the total. That is 30 plus 40 is 70, 35 plus 80 is 115, 40 plus 70 110, 20 plus 30 is 50, 35 plus 50 is 85, and 40 plus 80 is 120. Now why we have made the total is it will be helpful to us while making the graph. Now over here again, our very first step to make the axis and to see how we are supposed to make the graph over here by taking the scales and measurements. So if I take a gap of 20 20, it will be proper. Even I can take a gap of 10 10. So over here I'll start with very first one, that is Jan and February. The total is 70. So very first we will make a bar till 70. After that, in the bar itself we can segregate it. That is 30 for rural, so rural will be at the bottom, and 40 for urban, so urban will be at top. Next is March and April. Total we have already done. Till 115 our bar will go. Then we will be making the segregation over here till 35. It will be rural, and the rest obviously will be 80 will be of urban. Now over here you can even make it like this. For example, we will go to May, June. Rural it is 40, so we will go till 41st, make a line over there, and rest for 70 we will be adding up 70. Then after 40 it will be our 41, 42, 43, like this until 70 we will go. The two ways I have explained you. It's your will and your wish how you want to do it. Now as we did in cluster bar diagram, same over here, we are supposed to segregate it. Sales in rural and sales in urban area, we are supposed to make the segregation over here. Same, the segregation symbols, with the help of symbols you will be doing. It will be your will and your wish. Rural, if you want, you can leave it without any symbol, and urban you can go for vertical lines or horizontal lines of your wish. Next, obviously you are supposed to see the spacing between origin to first bar. It should be same from origin to first bar and from first bar to second bar, and so on. Next is comparisons. Yes, analysis. Very first point. I know it's in your mind now. What does the x-axis and y-axis represents? So x-axis, y-axis representation over here, and then we can easily compare over here the sales of rural with urban. That in rural the sales in Jan Feb was 30, whereas in urban the sale was 40. So in urban the sales was more. Even I can compare the total of Jan Feb with March and April, that in all India, that is in rural plus urban area, the sale was 70 units of chocolates, whereas in March and April the sale was 115 units. So the sale in March and April was more as compared to January and February. Yes students, don't forget to write the heading and scale. So with this I am done with different kind of bar diagrams. So students, I hope you were able to understand it. See you soon with the next two types of graphs and diagrams. Thank you. Hello students, I hope you all are doing well. Now we'll continue